Pump it up, pump it up.
Trae.
Come on, come on.
With Trae.
Pump it up, pump it up.
It's the day with Trae.
This is the day to gain inspiration, to make a positive change in the nation. We're inviting you to partake in conversation, to raise your vibration. It's the day that we will all celebrate all of our peeps that make this thing elevate. Watch the negative fade away, cause it's the day with Trae.
Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome back to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. I get to welcome you to a terrific Tuesday. Really excited for my guest who's back in the building with me. Heru TchaasAmen is here to share a phenomenal series that he's doing in partnership with Wow Gallery, y'all, right down here in downtown Seattle. Really excited to hear all about this phenomenal series. But of course, it's the top of the show. So before I get into it with him, I get to check in on y'all. Go ahead and take this opportunity to share the show with others who you feel could benefit from our daily dose of dopeness we give you here on the Day with Trae. And if you cannot watch us, y'all know we got you covered, because you can always just listen to us too. Anywhere you find your favorite podcast, just search Converge Media Network and the Day with Trae, you'll find us there. Now, before I get into it with Heru TchaasAmen here, you know, when he comes on, we are going to be talking about some form of healing. And one of the benefits of exploring our communities is finding those healing spaces, right? The spaces and businesses that have curated themselves to give us amazing healing opportunities, whether it is rest and relaxation or something a bit deeper that we need that might have a medical need or maybe a holistic approach. The beauty is that there's a plethora of them right here in our region, and you won't know about them until you step outside and try to find them. But the beauty of it is if you're looking for acupuncture, chiropractic services, massage, all types of healing, Reiki, sound baths. I mean, we have it all here. And recently, y'all, I found myself in need of some different type of healing. Now, I had never been to the chiropractor before, but I had been hearing that like some of the issues I was dealing with, my neck, my back, like I'm getting older, stuff was getting tight in certain areas, was like, I might need some adjustments. And I'm so grateful that I was able to find a phenomenal young doctor right in my neighborhood by searching, y'all. Now, I'll be honest with you, I was trying to figure out who is in my network, okay? Because I got this stuff paid for through insurance. How can I tap into those benefits, right? Now, this was my first time, but I was very intentional about that. And lo and behold, first place I end up at has this amazing young doctor, Dr. Brandon Thomas. This one's for you over there at the Pearson Clinic. They are phenomenal. And he had just turned 29 on Thursday, y'all. So I'm telling you, I knew he was young, but I'm like, what? Happy birthday. It was my second time going into the clinic, but they are so amazing there because they offer chiropractic services, acupuncture, and massage. So no matter what my body needs, I can find it there, which I'm so grateful for because they have a phenomenal team. I wouldn't have known about this if I didn't step outside my house and try to really tap into my benefits. So I am sharing a personal story with you all as I'm encouraging y'all to explore those benefits. You never know. A lot of these care plans, even if you're not getting them through your employer, you may have some visits that are just like over-the-counter copays, $20 where you can get some services through acupuncture or massage or chiropractic specialists. And I'm telling you, there is some phenomenal tools that they have in these clinics to get our bodies back into alignment. So I'm encouraging y'all, just like I had to encourage myself. I guess my body told me, right? It was about that time. Well, if your body is telling you it's about that time, up next, we actually have Heru TchaasAmen going to be telling us all about the phenomenal Breathing Black Love experience where you can actually get to the Wow Gallery and learn more about ancient breathing techniques, y'all. I'm excited to talk to him about it after this short break. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
In Seattle, it's more than just coffee. It's community. At the station, we brew more than just your favorite cup. We brew connection. From Beacon Hill to Columbia City, we're a space for artists, activists, and everyone in between. A place to gather, create, and simply be. Whether you need a quiet place to work, a lively spot to meet friends, or just a moment to unwind. Find your place at the station. More than coffee, it's home. Visit us in Beacon Hill or Columbia City. The Station, where community happens.
I had some dental work done, and pain pills were introduced. It flipped a switch that I didn't see or know or understand, and I tried multiple times to show up and be a parent to those kids, but I couldn't do the minimum, and the grief about it was so huge that I would have to drink to deal with what it felt like to be in my body. Each one of those people along my journey has contributed to my success. Don't count us out. More people recover with support. Learn how you can help someone's recovery at supportaddictionrecovery.com.
Working with dentistry has been totally different than working with a traditional bank.
They're real, and they meet you right where you stand.
I was recently funded, and that money has just changed the trajectory of what we're able to do and our output. This has been just more than just funding or a one-on-one connect. It's been an opportunity for us to really grow and connect and build roots within the community.
As a small business owner, you need to put your faith into the right people, and they seem like good people to put their faith into.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off.
We are given the platform here with no fear.
Always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And shut the hell up.
You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Welcome back, everyone, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. Joining me right now is Heru TchaasAmen. Hi.
Peace. How you doing, Trae?
I'm well. How are you?
You know, I'm loving life. I'm happy to be back where we converge.
Hey, there we go. It's been a minute.
It's been a few months, I think.
Yeah, we haven't seen you for a while, but you've been up to some phenomenal things. I sense the last time you were here, you now have a new certification. Tell us about it.
Oh, the Botanko breathing specialist. I just obtained that certification, learning how to analyze people's breath work, how they breathe daily throughout their lives, and how it attributes to different illnesses and diseases, sicknesses, inflammation in the body. That specialist certification allows me to analyze clients and then to help them deal with their breathing patterns, reduce their breathing, to remove the excess oxygen that's in the bloodstream that's causing the problem, so that we can deal with things like sleep apnea, things like indigestion, things like asthma, even allergies. We can remove those symptoms without the terrible side effects that steroids can cause.
This is really impressive because, when you are born, you are breathing. Mm-hmm. And the way you start breathing might be a contributing factor, right? To not really necessarily knowing how to breathe, because we just do it naturally. Can you tell us about some of the techniques that you guide clients through? Because people are like, breath work, I already know how to breathe.
Well, we know how to breathe, but most of us are doing it wrong. And from that first kind of, that idea of smacking a baby on the bottom to get it to inhale and breathe and cry out, it forces a baby, even that rough treatment that they receive sometimes can force a baby to breathe into their mouth, and they scream out, right? That first breath is going to activate the sympathetic system, causing us to enter into fight or flight mode. As much as we breathe through our mouth, that's how much we're staying in that fight or flight mode. If we can learn how to close our mouth and breathe through our nose down into our lower abdomen, we can then begin to alleviate a lot of symptoms. And so I check people's control pause. Like, for instance, how long can you successfully hold your breath without causing you any discomfort, right? A natural breath hold. And we measure that in terms of seconds. When we see that you are anywhere below 40 seconds of that breath hold time, then we can tell that there are going to be specific health issues related to that. So we want to do exercises like controlled pauses. We want to take time to reduce the breathing techniques, things to relax the body in order to increase the controlled pause, to get it up closer to 40 seconds. That shows us that we can be healthy in a lot of different areas of our lives. So I do different techniques to help people understand that.
Well, so a controlled pause is literally pausing. Tell us a little bit about the mechanics of it, because you breathe in, you breathe all the way out, and and you got to pause the breath.
Right.
But there's some specifics around that, because aren't there certain parameters that you put in place to understand how to do this properly?
Definitely. We don't want to fight and struggle with the hold. Like when we were kids, we would, have breath hold contests, right? Who can hold my breath the longest? Those types of things. And you would turn red in the face and get to struggling. We don't want to get that far. So it's a gentle, like you're normally breathing. If you would breathe in and then release the breath all the way out, and then simply hold your breath. And then right before you feel that tendency to swallow, telling you that you need breath, you're going to release the breath. You want to be able to breathe in, though, naturally, quietly, invisibly. You don't want to be stressing to draw in like that. That's why we want to have a specialist with us. We want to have someone who can really guide that practice, because I can watch you as you're doing the practice. I can watch your body mechanics and see, okay, well, you're about to breathe, and I can stop the timer. So it's a very gentle, very progressive technique. It's not very intrusive, but it gives us some great results.
Yeah, and I mean, you're talking about, you said something earlier about breathing too much. I mean, how is there such a thing? Tell us a bit more about this concept.
Well, most of us breathe through our mouth. For instance, when we're having a conversation or just doing our daily lives, we'll occasionally just breathe in through our mouth. As we breathe in through our mouth, we're getting too much oxygen into the bloodstream. The body is really designed to have a balance, right, of oxygen versus CO2. When we have too much oxygen in the bloodstream, the body reacts by trying to flush it out. So it'll increase our blood pressure. So it'll squeeze around the arteries and capillaries and things like that. It'll cause inflammation in those areas as it tries to increase the surface area so that this oxygen can be relieved from the body somehow. So we'll begin to overbreathe. For instance, if we have sleep apnea, someone has sleep apnea, they stop breathing in the middle of their sleep. That is caused by your body trying to balance itself. It'll stop breathing in order for this oxygen to be expelled from the body. So that's a natural reaction from overbreathing. We're mouth breathing when we sleep at night. So we need to learn how to do things like tape our mouths, right? To learn to restrict the abdomen or diaphragm so we're not overbreathing, taking deep gulping breaths. Learn how to cough without opening our mouths, things like that. There's different tips and tricks that we show people and practice multiple times in order to make it a new habit in the way that we breathe. Simply closing our mouth while we're inhaling is a huge start, and breathing out while we talk, but not breathing in as we speak, is another tool.
Man, some of these techniques seem like, oh my goodness, like I got to be super conscious about it in the beginning. So I'm glad that folks like you exist, and now you're bringing these phenomenal ancient techniques to the community through this phenomenal partnership with Wow Gallery. You know, Veronica Berry and Hiawatha D, they're a dynamic team. And it's so great to hear that you're going to be like, hey, I'm out here, community. We're bringing this to the people. Tell us a bit about this phenomenal series that you're taking people on called Breathing Black Love.
I am so excited to be working with the Wow Gallery. Dream come true. For one, that's a beautiful Black-owned art space with beautiful art, beautiful, just energy there. It's wonderful to be there, so I'm excited about that. But we'll be doing a 15-part series, just a breathing series, and people can drop in as they will. But it's going to be focused on, reclaiming the ancestral breath. The people that designed civilization, the people that were first actually thinking about spirituality and health and wellness and architecture and science and mathematics. Those people also were the first people to begin to think about how to respond differently than animals, right? Animals breathe a certain way. We as, more divine beings or more divinely architected beings learn how to breathe a different way in order to overcome the animal instinct. We don't live in a society where we need to have a survival instinct at every single interaction. So we need to learn how to have an experience that is elevated and led by the divine self. When we begin to create art, music, poetry, buildings and things and the like, or to even imagine healing, activate our genius, we have to activate our breathing. And so what I'll be doing is guiding people through a 15 weeks, and it's 15 weeks because there's 3 levels. We're gonna be focusing on the heart qualities, activating these essential heart qualities within Black people, right? That says, I can trust this pathway that I'm on. I can be open to change and growth. I can love myself, which is hugely and supremely important. I can love my partner, I can love my community, I can love my people, I can love my family. And what does that love look like, right? Moving into being gracious, gratitude, having gratitude about, the things that we have opportunities to learn and grow in. And then having what we call Gong Jing, which is reverence for all things, deep respect for the environment, for one another, for our relationships, for our partnerships, for our businesses. We're gonna take people through 3 levels of meditation, visualization, breathing work. We want all Black people to come, right? We're looking at Black people in relationships, Black people from different genders, at different age brackets. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you have a desire to heal, that's the place for you. We'll be there every Saturday at 11 a.m. Donations even, walk in, enjoy the space, and then enjoy the space.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, when you're talking, this is really connected to a lot of the meditation techniques you've been sharing when you would come on for our amazing, Mondays, our mindfulness Mondays, right? Of us just being mindful of certain things. And you would talk about the breath a lot then. And so a lot of these ancient practices, they really resonate with each other. I mean, there's some type of connection, right?
Definitely. The ancient spiritual practices, the ancient meditation practices, ancient prayer modules, the idea around healing itself, the breath supports all of those modalities. Every modality you can think of really is fundamentally connected to the breath, right? If I'm going into surgery and I learn how to breathe correctly, I'm going to heal faster. If I'm dealing with, a physical issue that's related to chiropractic care, I need to breathe, I have to release. A lot of times in the middle of chiropractic care, they'll tell you to breathe in and then release your breath or hold your breath for certain interactions. Massage therapy supports it. When we're talking about acupuncture supports it. We're talking about just exercise, measuring and learning and dealing with the breath is essential in healing all aspects of the body. So we have to start at square one, right? We overbreathe. We think and act like animals because of it. Our body chemistry changes because of the way we breathe. So we must go into the breath and reclaim that ancestral breath.
Wow. I mean, some of this stuff is like, it's bringing back some real stuff again for us, right? It's like, you were talking about reclaiming, remembering, right? Like so much of this is in our ancestral DNA and it's like coming back again. So you're guiding folks through it. Folks can come as individuals. They can come with their partners. You just said it, like come with your families, right? Like this is all open for folks to come and attend right there at Wow Gallery. But of course, we have a couple flyers we could throw up, but I want to make sure that you can look right there in that camera. Tell people why they need to be here at the Wow Gallery. You got a launch party on Friday, the 11th. Then you start the series on Saturday. So y'all are kicking it off right. They gonna throw a good party at Wow Gallery. That's for sure. But then you're really guiding folks through these 15 weeks. Just give them the pitch of why they need to be there. Look right there in the camera. Let them know.
Come out and catch your breath with me. We all need a timeout. When we were little kids, we would get a stench on our side if we ran too much or played too hard. We had to go catch our breath. Our parents would sit us down and tell us to catch our breath. It's time for us as Black people to catch our breath. No more not being able to breathe. No more getting our breath stolen. Reclaim your breath. Reclaim your ancestral way of breathing and activate your genius. We'll be at Wow Gallery on July 11th at 7 p.m. for the kickoff party. Frank McComb is going to be there. Phenomenal musician. We're going to be having some food and drinking and all that, whatever you need is going to be there. And then we're going to breathe. And then on Saturdays, every Saturday at 11 a.m., step on into the Wow Gallery and reclaim your breath with me, catch your breath with me, breathe in some Black love.
Wow. Heru TchaasAmen, thank you so much for always coming. And you always dropping gems, man.
That's what we're supposed to do. And congratulations on that Emmy.
Oh. Yeah, you haven't been here since then.
No.
Thank you. You were right there. You got to experience it with us. But really, I want to appreciate you for always taking what you learn and bringing it right out to the community. So thank you. Thank you to Wow Gallery. Amazing partnership between you all. And I'm looking forward to the launch party for sure on Friday and breathing in some Black love. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Come back anytime.
Please, I will be.
Wow, y'all. What a great Tuesday episode indeed. Y'all know I'm inspired. I'm already fired up to breathe right. Y'all definitely are going to want to be breathing right with me. But after this short break, I'll wrap it all up for you. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Fastball outside. Salad balsamic. Sides shorter. Compliment hair.
Come on.
Logan, Logan, Logan.
Getting the scholarship really changed the conversation. It went from, no, I can do school in my free time and make it work, to I could only focus on school and I could be the best I can be every single day. I can soak up everything. I can read before class and make sure I'm not just learning enough to pass a test. Like, I could really pour all my time into school. That's what having a Seattle College Foundation Scholarship did for me.
Black caregivers, entrepreneurs, and elders, this one's for you. Queen Care is offering complimentary self-care services to those who give so much to their communities. Take a moment to restore, recharge, and be cared for with free wellness treatments at the Spa House by Queen Care. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Go to queencareproducts.com now to sign up, or scan the QR code on your screen, because you deserve the same care you give to others.
Welcome back, y'all, to the David Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. Huge shout out to my guest today, Heru TchaasAmen. I'm trying to practice right now. Y'all are going to hear me throughout the week trying to breathe into my belly, through my nose, not breathe while I'm talking. Now I'm going to work my way up, okay? I'm going to work my way up. But it was phenomenal to have him here, sharing again some amazing practices we can all use to heal ourselves. Of course, you want to get down there, because this Friday is about to be a fabulous time with Frank McComb and Heru TchaasAmen at the Wow Gallery, 7 p.m. on Friday. Then he's starting this phenomenal series. It is, of course, suggested donation, but they wanted to make sure that this opportunity was available to those who need it. Come, bring your families, bring your partner, come and enjoy this amazing Breathing Black Love series. And I can say from firsthand experience, when they kicked this off a while back, they did an event and it was incredible how he guided everyone through reclaiming that breath. So definitely get down to that event and catch your breath with Heru TchaasAmen. Thanks so much for watching, y'all, today. And you know I'll be back with you with a phenomenal story tomorrow on Wednesday. Until then, peace. Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.